so excited about tonight. I know I usually say today, but we're not doing that. We're going to be talking about tonight because it is almost 1 a.m. and I have decided to shoot a full moon in Scorpio ritual. And the ritual that we are going to be doing, if you looked at the title, is going to be a candle ritual. I have 3 candles here, and I'm going to walk you through how to do a basic candle ritual. Okay, so before I start, I would like to give you guys some context, because I know that a lot of you who follow me, some of you are into spirituality, are into different forms of spirituality, while others of you are you know, either following some kind of Abrahamic religion, either Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, and whatever in between. So I'll give you guys a little bit of context. So what we're going to be doing tonight in terms of spirituality is using the elements that we have, right? The earth, the matter elements that the universe has given us, alongside very, very powerful and strong intentions. The Scorpio full moon is going to be an incredibly powerful moon. It is going to be, it's known as the super moon. It is a super moon, which means it's incredibly powerful. There's going to be another super moon, I think, coming up towards the end of the year or in the fall, but we want to take advantage of the super moon. It's also a flower moon. We're going to get to all those idiosyncrasies later, or you could just Google what that is. But if you have questions, you can, you know, go ahead to the comment section. We don't want to make this too long, but I definitely think it's important to give you some context before we start. So because I want you to take advantage of this, I have decided that why not just come on and take you through a type of ritual you can do. So if you are part of a tribe, then you know a few months back, and I think last year, we did a water ritual, which was basically water cleansing, right? How to take a spiritual bath, where I broke it down, and I'm going to put it up here in the card so you could see how to do that. So that water ritual just, you know, cleansed you. You could do your meditations in there and whatnot, and that is like a foundational step, doing water. Now, one of the most powerful tools to use for manifestation, I have discovered through experience as well, is candles. And I, you know, because I'm still, you know, learning and trying to figure out my way and find what works for my spirit, for what works for my chi, what works for me. I started off with water. I noticed that water is a good foundation and cleanser, but I don't think there's anything as powerful as the candle ritual. I just did a different type of water ritual as well, and you can find that on our Instagram page, right? Instagram.com/popsaltandculture and IGTV. I'll show you the water ritual, because I felt like we could do a different water ritual to go alongside the strong full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, if you don't know, Scorpio is a water sign. We are in Taurus season, which is an earth sign, and I am a Taurus, of course, so I'm super excited for this season. I'm a Taurus sun and a Sagittarius moon. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so that's my fire sign. That's, you know, I have a fire sign in my chart basically, and my sun's sign is Taurus, right? So this is also going to be very powerful and potent for me, right? So if because the moon is in Taurus, May 7th, the flower moon today, I did that water ritual, and it was so powerful. I felt my entire body shake while I was doing my setting my intentions, right? And saying my prayer out. So what are intentions? If you're thinking, oh my God, this is some dark witchcraft stuff, well, it is a sort and a type of witchcraft, right? Wiccan practice. But it's not a traditional sense of what you think witchcraft is, which is very dark and negative and whatnot. Absolutely not. So it doesn't actually really matter so much what your religion is. You will notice that a lot of Catholics play with the same elements. You will notice that a lot of Christians play with these elements, but do not see it in the way that someone who works with nature, which is really what, you know, the foundation of what so-called witchcraft or animism, which we've practiced in most African tribes for time immemorial. Our foundation is through animism, working with the earth, working with nature, science, astrology, and all that has its basis in Africa. And you know that pop sultan culture, we really like to focus on that, bring it back home, right, for context. So I will be implementing some sigils on scripts from Odinani. Odinani is an Igbo spiritual and religious practice, right? It's the way of our people. So I'll be implementing that with nature work, and in nature work I'm talking specifically during rituals, and by that and for this video it would be candle magic ritual. Okay, so now that I have explained to you where the moon is, moon is a Scorpio. Scorpio is a feminine sign. It represents death. It represents rebirth. It is a dark sign, and by darkness I mean it's good. All right, so it's something that it's very difficult to explain this in black and white Western New Age, you know, religions, right? Because when you say darkness, they're like, what? That is the devil, but it's not, right? It's very important. If you understand what shadow work is and what your shadow side is, then you understand the importance of embracing the darkness and controlling your darkness, so that it does not overpower you, but that you're able to be balanced and work with your shadow or dark side. Everyone has that, right? Everyone has a light, bright side that's out and a dark side. Some have more than the other, so the goal here is balance, yin yang, right? Anyways, I don't want to go into so much of this. We can ask questions and I'll respond, and with time you would understand these spiritual practices. Here I have my citrine stone crystal. It's a citrine crystal and it's orange in nature. So it's really dark, but it's orange in nature, and it is one of my most powerful crystals. So I brought it out. I did not bring my amethyst in, but I'll bring my citrine out for creativity and whatnot. Now we have our crystals to cleanse, and then we also have sage, which I will be lighting to start off with. So first what we're going to do is bless this space. I cleaned my house really well today. I could not start this ritual. Spirit told me, listen, you're not going to do it haphazard. Even though you're trying to do a demonstration, you'll do it separately. But because the moon is so strong, and because yes, it is like past midnight when you'll start doing this, you want to make sure that you also take advantage, while you're doing a tutorial for everyone, that you also take advantage of this, of whatever energy, and I feel it very strongly, whatever energy this moon is bringing. Here, I'm blowing it. Here we go. Just cleanse that space, cleanse the space, cleanse the space. Right, so sage is really good for cleansing. I also have herbs right here. I have some basil that I cut up, and some basil and rosemary. I have a rosemary plant right here. I have sea salt, right? I have my orange candles. I have a white candle that I'm not gonna spend too much focus on. I've always used these. These are like my staple for my baths and whatnot. But my main candles here, my orange candles for creativity and to channel that energy. I have my orange flower petals. And this is also to channel that orange, you know, that creative energy that is really, really resonating with me right now. So that's why I have my citrine, I have my candles, my orange candles burning right now, and then I have my orange flowers. And now I am going to start going into this space. when I hit that bell and I start my ritual. So the first thing to do is to make sure that your candles are cleansed, right? And also you might be asking yourself, why did she pick this particular colors for her candles? Well, there are reasons why I did that, right? So I decided to pick the purple candle because the purple candle helps with awakening your third eye chakra, right? It opens up your third eye, helps you work through your spiritual awakenings, helps you open that eye so you can receive messages from spirit easier and more clearly. It helps breaks bad habits, which is what this Scorpio full moon is all about, right? Like I said, if you know anything about the Scorpio sign, it is about death and rebirth. It is a powerful, strong water sign for death and rebirth. So what that means is all the bad habits, which is why I decided to also use the purple candle, because that breaking of addictions, that RIP, burying, you know, that burying of the habits and our shadow selves and the darkness that doesn't serve us, right? If the darkness serves us somehow in balance, that's okay. We learn to work with it. But if the darkness is not balanced, then we want to get rid of it. We want to hex it out. We want to make sure that when we burn it, we burn that away, right? We burn the addictions that enslave us away. And by addictions, I'm not talking about the physical manifested addictions. We're talking about the root cause of the addiction, right? So let's say if you're self-sabotaging, then maybe your root cause of the addiction is some kind of fear, some kind of deep-rooted fear that you want to lay to rest, you want to RIP. So we're going to be channeling this moon when we do our ritual prayer, right? And we light this, and when we light these candles, we're telling the candles, all right, we have put the intentions and all that, boom, it's time to let it happen. Put our intentions, and it's lighting up and it's melting the full-on candle with everything we want in there. White is great for just cleansing, clarity, all that. And if you don't have any other colored candle, don't worry. If you have a white candle, you are set and good to go. Trust me, white is what you really need. If you can't find the other candles in the store, that is okay. Now the blue candle helps with clarity. It's strong. It represents water energy. It represents helps with focus and good luck. And what's great is that both of these candles are fantastic for burning on a Thursday. And today is what? Today is Thursday, which is amazing, right? So we're just in time. So that is what all the colors for these candles represent. Okay, so now that you understand what these colors represent and why I'm using these colors, let's move on. So now that I have cleansed this space, the last thing I need to do is I need to make sure that I have all my fire and wind elements going. So for my wind element, not only is the sage good, but I also want to make sure that I'm lighting up the incense, because this truly brings on the air element, right? So we have earth, which would be our plant over here, our rosemary, which has the earth element. It has some soil in there, and then I have the fire, which are candles that are already lit. I have water, which we're going to be using some of these anyways to cleanse the candles. I also have a plant over here, a live plant. So we have earth, we have, and now here we go, we have the wind, we have fire, and yeah, we have all that good stuff, right? So now let's get to cleansing these candles. Before you start your ritual, you have to cleanse the candles. And when you're listening to the word ritual, please do not be afraid. Right? So a ritual is just like a way you do things. So every religion has different rituals for how they practice, right? How you practice something, that would be the ritual. There you go. Okay. So then we're gonna put gonna have some Florida water in here. Use that. There, and then I'm gonna dry it. Have a towel here that I'm using to dry them. You can't see it, it's right here. Florida water. So another element that you want to use while cleansing is sea salt, not just any kind of salt. Sea salt is very important, right? So put some sea salt here. So I'm going to re-cleanse that other candle. We're now going to anoint these candles. Anoint with ointment, right? So we're going to use some oils that I've already put together. So here I put in some oud oil. Well, I'm gonna add some of these later. But a different kind of oud, but this is like the original oud. I got this from a friend of mine. Thank you so much, Amina, from one of her trips. So I put in some oud, but I'm gonna put more oud to that. I put some oud wood oil, I put lavender oil, and I mixed it up together. I think I put in a little bit of tea tree as well, and I'm going to use that to anoint the candles. And I'm also going to, the roll of oil, right? You're going to put some oils and herbs. The roll of oil is to seal in whatever intentions that we're putting into the candle. So as it burns, see that? I'm poking some holes in there, right? I'm poking some holes in the candles. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to draw a script, right? Or a sigil. And I'm going to draw some Ordinani scripts in there, right? So for purple, what I want to do for purple is help with spiritual awakening, break bad habits and addictions and whatnot. And the element that I want to put on that is water to cleanse that and wash that all away. So I'll inscribe water here. Do you see that sigil right there? Yep, that is water. That's a script for water in CBD, which is an Igbo southeastern script. Actually, Igbos are not the only one to use it. Ibibio people use it too. We're not the only ones who use it. Some parts of Cameroon, the Igbo side, use the NCBD script. We call it many things. Akago, NCBD, all that good stuff. So I've put that on there, and I've poked the candle so that the when I put the herbs, I can seal it in, and the herbs will be sitting in there as the candle burns all the way to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. So this process is called dressing the candle. So what am I going to do with this blue candle? I'm going to put the script for, earth, right? I'm going to put the script for Annie for earth on this one, because this helps with clarity, focus, and all that. I am going to also put the script for love on this one, right? The NCBD script for love, sex, unity, because I want that, and this helps focus your energies on that. Like that. And I put the earth. sigil. Burn this earth sigil into it. This is Annie, Earth Goddess. And then I also put in this sigil for make sure I make it clear. So this is the sigil for love, the one that goes like this, almost like the Jewish Jesus fish. See that? This is the one for love, and this is the one for earth, Annie, Allah. Okay. And I've poked the holes for this one for the herbs to sip in, and I'm going to put this sigil for wealth and abundance. Right? And so the bottom of the candle, I'm also going to write this on there. I'm going to put this on here too. Love. And here I will put so you can choose what you're going to put at the bottom of your wick too, your candle, right? And then now we're going to put the herbs, and then we're going to seal it with the oil, right? Or you can put the oil first, but here. So I put the herbs. The herbs are in there now. See that? Then I'm going to add the other oud to this, to the main oil. Just put a few drops. What you want to make sure is that while you're anointing your candles, you want to make sure that you're not putting too much, because if you put too much, it'll affect how it burns. You just want to put enough. If you see that the oil is so much that it goes through everything and it's not sipping in, and it's just sitting on there, if you see that the oil is just sitting on top, that's not necessary, and it might not even be a good idea in terms of how the candle will burn. So if it's too much, pour some oil out, and then you just take some oil from and just anoint your candle. See, there is nothing on this candle, nothing at all on the candle, nothing inscribed except what I inscribed, a plain candle, right? You put the oil on here, perfect. The oil is not too much. Yeah, put the herbs and you adorn it. Now, what herbs did I use? Like I said, I used basil, and then I used rosemary, which are great for abundance, right? For channeling abundance, which are great also for protection. Really good for that. So those, you want to pick the herbs that work for you. Not every herb works for everyone, so you could try and test until you find the ones that work best. Sometimes you think one works and nothing else will work better than that. You try another herb one time and it's like, whoa, catnip herb works really great, or this other herb or mint works so great for me. So find what works best for you. So now that this is done, the last part and the most important part of this ritual is making sure that you're saying your prayers, right? So we have the sigils written down, we have all that. Let me put this to the side. Okay, so Now, what we're going to do is make sure that we have our petition or prayer, right? So you already have your own intentions, but I've also written down my petition and my prayer, right? So I don't miss anything. But if you don't want, you don't have to. If you memorize and you know exactly what you want to do, you're good to go. We have all the elements here. We have everything ready. Now just meditate. Meditate within your heart and your soul. You understand the power of this Scorpio full moon. You know the goal right here is to make sure that you are cleansing yourself and releasing every single form of addiction, every single pattern, behavior, bad habit, every of that you want to get rid of, every shadow self that you cannot balance, that needs to be dead. And you will start channeling your rebirth, right? That is the energy and the power of this water sign full moon, of this flower moon, of this Scorpio full moon in Taurus, in balanced Taurus, right? We are in Taurus season where, and it's so perfect, the dance that Taurus and Scorpio has together, right? Taurus is an earth sign. They're both feminine energies, but they're both feminine in essence. But Taurus is an earth sign. It's very grounded, very stable. It's life, right? Taurus in spring. That means everything new arises. Everything new is born, right? And which means all the old has to be buried somehow. When you're coming into your new self, like a snake that sheds its skin into its new skin, when you're coming into your new self, what happens? You have to shed the old. And that is the power that the super moon, the super Scorpio moon brings with it. So think about that, channel that. What is it deep within you that you want to let go of right now? Oh, I'm shaking. What is it deep within you want to get rid of, right? I think these things you should keep. I don't want to say my own out loud, but I can give you an example of a petition prayer that you can put forth, right? You can say that you're telling spirit, you're telling your chi, like I said, everything starts from where? Within. Do not be afraid to start from within. Be introspective. Look within yourself. Do not be afraid. All those dark things you have buried, we're going to literally put those we have to put to rest. We are going to address what we need to address, what we can work with, and we are going to rest them, and we're going to start channeling and praying and putting forth the energy that we want to go into these anointed candles before we light them ablaze and let them burn, right? So spirit, chi, ani, Allah, I call you, and I look within self, and we ask that you help burn and take away the spirit of procrastination, lack of focus, fear of becoming our ultimate selves, our full potential, fear of getting rid of inhibitions, of all the things we've been taught was bad, or all the things that we've been taught was not good and will not serve us, which we know would serve us. All the things that held us back, all the beliefs that held us back, we want to shed them, and we want to embrace all the beliefs, all the ideas, everything we need to learn and know to be our best selves. We want to invite the spirit of abundance, the spirit of selflessness. We want to bury the spirit of unhealthy selfishness. Let that spirit rest in peace, and let selflessness come. Let all our fears and inhibitions that do not serve us rest in peace. Be they subconscious or conscious. if they do not serve us and they hold us back, may they rest where they are. May they rest and let a spirit of selflessness, a spirit of courage come upon us. Let abundance come upon us. Let a giving spirit come upon us. Let strong desire to live come upon us. May the ability to enjoy fully and experience life fully as a water spirit come upon us. When we embrace this water energy, and like water, let us flow past through our towers so that nothing holds us back without us learning and moving through quickly. May we learn quickly and move through any towers that come to us quickly. And while we harness this water energy in this Taurus season, in this Taurus earth season, may we also understand when to be grounded, when to allow things to pass, when to be stable and be still with no fear, knowing fully well that this too will pass. Spirit, we ask that you bring love and abundance and kindness and selflessness and joy and wealth and gratitude. Let it be so. Amen. We say, so you can decide here how you want to end your prayer. I end my prayer with Ise. I invite Allah when I start my prayer, which is the Mother Earth. I am an earth sign and I really resonate with Allah. Some of you, if you're Christian, you resonate with Jesus Christ. If you're Catholic, you could resonate with Jesus, with Mary, with the saints, whoever you resonate with. If you're Ifa or you're Dinani, you practice Dinani or whatever you practice, you know what deities, you know what saints, you know what ancestors you want to work with, right? If you had an ancestor that loved you so much and that was so giving, that was so smart, and that you know, right, that could help you and assist you with this, it's fine, right? That's what spirits are all there. That's what our own chi is there for. This is what the elements, the universe, God, everything is here for, to help us, right? To work with us while we put in the work so that everything comes to fruition. And we're going to channel this powerful full moon for that. Now, some people, if you have the time and you want to, I don't think this will only, the power of this moon will only last for today. It can extend to tomorrow and the day after because it is so powerful, so you can look into that. But if you want, you could charge these candles under the moonlight tonight and use it tomorrow night. Or yeah, if your candles are already charged in the moonlight, even better. So whatever we can do to make sure that we harness every energy that is here to the best of our ability. And now that we have said our amens and that everything is sealed and that the oils and the herbs are being put together to dress the candle, our intentions have been written for love and abundance, channeling the earth, channeling the water spirit and the earth spirit, the earth element, the wind element. Now we're going to put in the fire element to ignite everything we've prayed for. That's amen. Right? And we'll clean this up because I know I made a mistake doing this. Same with this wick. We say and this wick. What I usually do now, amen, is say So what I usually do is while they light up, I don't touch it until it's burnt fully all the way to the bottom. And you're gonna see how your candle burns, right? We can talk about this in another vlog, because now you can interpret how your candle burns. If your candle burns with no blackness at all, no fog, no white smoke, no black smoke, just clean, that means that spirit has heard, everything is ready. That means the manifestation is clean, is gone, your prayers are well on their way. If they burn with a little bit of a fog, a white smoke, that means the universe and your ancestors and whoever you've called to help you have heard and are taking this with them to help it manifest. And if it burns all black, it means there are blockages and you have to burn another candle, do another candle magic, burn another candle, same color, everything, and see to it that you clean yourself and you meditate and you pray, you fast if you have to, until it burns clean and white. Clean and clear. Then you know that, or even white smoke is fine, then you know that it's worked for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. But I'm super excited and I'm glad that I finally did this and I conquered my fear of doing this on camera. I think you guys who want to know this deserve to know, and those who do not want to know, who do not care for this, that is completely fine and that is completely okay. This message will find exactly who it needs to find, right? And as I practice, I will teach, I would share with you, and for whoever is interested in making sure that they're working with all the elements, while they put in the work in life, while they study and do all the work, let spirit also guide and help us in all the energies that we are blessed with. Let us channel it and make sure that we achieve our fullest potentials. That's it for today. Until next week, I've been yours, La Chichimambo, for Pop, Salt, and Culture. Bye.